Module 2, overview of the concept of employing your kids, the family farm or business. Lesson 1, the family farm. The family farm has existed since the time began. The family farm is a traditional business that we look at when we're looking at, paying kids for labor. The structure and the tax status, the way the business is set up, mom and dad are the owners. That is similar to what most small business today, family businesses have. The family farm is owned and operated by a family. Basically, the parents are the owners of the business and the children work within that business. The family member, from a family business standpoint, in working for the business, the child under the age of 17 is able to be paid up to $12,950 for 2022 wages. That's just the standard deduction that we all take and that we're able to take for wages received. Now, when we look at our child in the family farm, they're doing farm work. They're doing legitimate farm work. They're getting up, they're milking cows, they're cleaning the barns. They're helping in the production of the product that the family farm is producing, right? So it's a family-owned farm. It's a family business. When we look at traditional business, we can have a restaurant, and we have friends that have they own a Chinese restaurant. Their kids have always worked in the business from the time they were little, and now they're full grown and they're now adults, but they've always worked within that business at the restaurant. Okay, you as a small business owner, even a mom working from home, can have your child work within that business in the same capacity alongside of you. In Module 2, we are going to, at this point, list the businesses that you own and the owners. And the reason why that's important is because the only way we can pay our children through our small business and take and maximize our deduction for that child is if the business is owned by the parents solely, okay? So it has to be a parent-owned business. Now it could be one parent-owned or two parent-owned business, okay? So we want to list the businesses you own and the owners, and then we want to list your children and list ways that we can actually have our children work within that business. And also, I want you to look at listing what you pay third parties. If you're paying a third party to do certain projects, if you're paying that third party, can you take the project that you're giving to the third party and give it to your child instead? So what we're doing is we're just restructuring how we're doing business we're looking at how we can do that by moving the actions, the projects and the things we pay third parties for onto our children based on their skills. So again, list the business you own, list the owners in those businesses, and then list the ways your children can work with you, and then list ways that list things that third parties are doing for you that you can possibly give your children.